This one's wife. You are nothing without him. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. I've known it. You've always known it. This one's wife is nobody without the Prince of Pink Pancakes. Although she likes to think the world all knew about her pre-Harry, it didn't. Some people knew about her because she was in Suits. She made it seem as though the world knew about her because of Suits. It did not. Some people might have known about her as a consequence of the fact that she ran a blog called The Tig. And if you haven't watched my hilarious piss take of it, The Stig, go and do so. You'll enjoy your weekend all the more. Again, most people hadn't heard of The Tig and hadn't heard of her. But her deluded narcissism caused her to believe that many people around the planet knew about her as a brilliant actress and amazing blogger, that she was this sensational foodie, travel connoisseur, and general arbiter of taste. What she failed to appreciate was that most people would have said, "Who?" when they'd heard her name, and that she only became world famous or world infamous because she happened to ensnare a dim-witted ginger-haired prince and was catapulted onto the world stage, providing an excellent example of narcissism in action for me, and much to discuss amongst many hundreds of commentators about her, both across mainstream media and social media. This one's wife, because of her narcissism, thinks that she is a megastar in her own right. She thinks Harry needs her more than she needs him. That is because her narcissism tells her that she is the centre of the universe, that she is beautiful, a fashion icon, talented, interesting, magnetic, very sexy, very attractive, fun, humorous, a fantastic mother. You name it, she's an expert at it. She's thought this to such a degree that she even started to believe that she could do things without Harry. Indeed, because Harry is in the sustained devaluation that occurs for the intimate partner primary source of the narcissist, that her narcissism is essentially saying, he's the reason why things fail. All that shite that you wrote in Spare, that caused no end of embuggerment going on for you. He's the reason why things have been cocking up, because he just doesn't get it. He doesn't want to embrace the celebrity lifestyle in the way that you do, and that's hindering things. So let him get on with his charity stuff. Let him play his Invictus thingamajig. Let him do those boys' things that whatever he does. Let him do a bit of surfing, etc. You get out there and demonstrate that you are a bona fide celebrity in your own right. Turn up to the opening of a bookstore. That'll show them. Why don't you exit an event by walking past the bins? That'll tell everybody that you truly have arrived in your own right. Why don't you turn up on the red carpet and hog the limelight? After all, you're entitled to it. Do all of those things. Go back on Instagram. People aren't interested in seeing Harry. They want to see you. They'll love it. Run around on the sand for a bit and draw the year into the sand. People will lap it all up. Talk about your dead dog. You can show a bit of Harry here and there. Let them all know about your fantastic cookery show, because it will stand on its own 2 feet, because you are the star. And thus that is what she has been doing. And then, whoop, it transpires that, unsurprising to the majority of us, it doesn't work. Why? Most people don't have any interest in her or don't like her. She has no charisma, she has no humour, she has no talent, and without Harry, she is a nobody. The few organisations that might actually tolerate her are only interested in dealing with her because of her connection to Prince Harry. They don't want her on her own. They don't want Huggy. They're not interested in that. They want the blue blood prince there, which is him. They don't want the Janie come lately who'd married in, which is her. And as a consequence of them trying to shift matters so that they were separated professionally, well, it looks like somebody's told them, this isn't working. You need to be together. According to Marie Claire, Prince Harry and this one's wife are reportedly shifting gears after pursuing what many royal commentators have called a professional separation. After the last few months, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were said to be focusing on their solo ventures in order to differentiate their work and ongoing projects. However, the couple will now be coming back together in the coming months with plans to attend more events together. What does this tell us? It didn't work because you're nothing without him. And although you won't accept this, you've been persuaded to go along with this and think that it's a good idea because it would appear that yet another PR firm has come along and be gluttons for punishment. Marie Claire continues by explaining, this change in strategy comes after the Sussexes have attended a number of functions solo, including this one's wife's Thanksgiving dinner, hosted on behalf of Archewell, and Harry promoting the 2025 Invictus Games in Vancouver. The couple recently hired a new PR firm, 3 Gate Strategies, which one source has claimed could be the reasoning behind the shift. In other words, they've come along and perhaps in no uncertain terms have made it very clear, look, it doesn't work when it's you on your own. People aren't that interested in you. Apparently, the insider told Express there will be a renewed focus on the Sussexes as a couple, as a brand, and showcasing them as a couple and family. In other words, the professional separation fooled nobody. The professional separation didn't work. Even those that have a mild interest in this one's wife said, look, we want him. You come together. You on your own? No. The Sussexes have decided to step back a little and let Ashley Hansen, Harry and this one's wife's former head of communications, take the reins on their PR plan. She must be fucking mad. Why? Or being paid rather well, perhaps. You must be nuts to continue to involve yourself with these two. Putting the plan in motion, the Duke and Duchess will both attend the Invictus Games opening ceremony in Vancouver on 8th of February, which will no doubt provide me with plenty of opportunity as we see this one's wife attempt to take over the event. Apparently, Harry was originally going to travel alone to Canada for the event, but naturally this one's wife has been told, you're not getting anywhere on your own, you need to keep piggybacking what he's doing. Apparently, it was important for the Sussexes to appear together at such a worthwhile event, or much more accurately, it was important for this wife's narcissism for her to be seen, because on her own, most people aren't interested, whereas at least here, she can bask in some of the reflected goodwill that Harry still manages to engender. The Invictus Games is a Sussex initiative. Is it? I don't think that it is. It doesn't belong to them. It was copied from the Warrior Games and was given to Harry as something for him to do. He didn't think about it. He didn't dream it up. Somebody else cultivated the idea based off something that already existed, and it certainly was not a Sussex initiative. Any initiative that comes from those two is just simply this: let's grift. Apparently it's something they want their children to continue once they get older. I'm sure they'll be delighted. It then bangs on a bit about what Invictus Games is, and also the fact that they appeared at the wildfires, which, of course, I've commented on previously. But what Marie Claire tells us here demonstrates something we've known for such a long time. She's a nobody without Harry. And even though Harry cheeses off a lot of people, he still does engender some goodwill. And it would appear that she has been told, persuaded, or has become deluded into thinking, actually, this is the right way forward. Remember, her narcissism compartmentalizes and will write off the failures as not being her fault. She won't be able to see, people aren't interested in me because I lack charisma and I'm inauthentic and people just don't like the way that I behave. So I'll go back to doing things with Harry. She will just simply put that to one side and not even contemplate it. The narcissism will tell her, it's good for you to appear together, you're stronger together, you're a united front, yada yada. Well, what it's really saying is, we're desperate for you to assert control, draw fuel, get character traits and residual benefits. You doing it on your own isn't as successful as you doing it with Harry. You're the parasite, be the parasite with him. And thus it continues, for without Harry, she is nothing. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.